Welcome back. For this video, we're going to be focusing a lot on GUI. So let's get started. We're going to go to our canvas that we already created, which has just our text in it with our score. And we're going to be making a little pop-up now. So we're going to do Control-Shift-N, drag that into our canvas, center it out, and we're going to call this our menu. Okay? And this is where things get a little bit weird, because now we have to put stuff inside of our menu. So we're going to take an image and drop it in our menu. And we kind of want to zero it out in the center, but there's no more center. As you can see, we don't get our grid lockings anymore. So we do have to work about that. So we got to work about our new object. So this could be our menu, and then maybe we'll have like a slightly lighter thing here like this. And this will be where we actually put our text and stuff. Zero it out. It's already zeroed out anyways, but that's that. And now we could put our actual stuff, so like replay and high score and so on and so forth. So within our menu now, we have our two images. We'll do create a new text. Put our text in our menu. Give it the font you like. Zero it out. And now we can drag it up. And we're actually going to set this to be centered entirely, and we'll raise up the size there. And we'll make it state that you have died. There you go. Give it a nice white color. There you go. You died. And the cool thing about this menu now is that we can actually drag it as a whole object. So we can make it in our game view pop up wherever we want it to and however we want it to. When we pop up our menu, we're going to have our scores on it and sorts of stuff. I actually want to make this be more of like that color. Actually, make a new color approach. I'll go with these green color. It says you died, and have your score. Could be in like white or something. Don't worry about that. That's normal. Score here. If we save the game, it will fix that, and then we have your high score here. Might actually make more room for this because it's pretty small. Like look at it in the game view. Really not that big. $78 looks good. And then we'll have our score and high score, very similar to the text over there. We'll have that being displayed at the right side from here to like there. And this is now making me question if we made this too big or not. I think we'll be good though. I'm also going to make it have a different color. So we're going to make it be maybe darker green or like a black even. Kind of contrast with the rest of the game, but whatever. And we're going to add on both of these two score texts here where we have our zeros, we're going to add a new component, which will be an old component, player prefs text. For the first one, which is our high score, call it HS, and we'll call this one S. Score, we're going to be displaying score. Our high score, we're going to be displaying our high score. So if we play, it says our score is 39, our high score is 0, and then we're going to have a play again button on top of that. So UI button, drag that within our menu and zero it out. We're gonna go down to here, UI, select the square that we were using earlier, kind of adjust it to look good at the bottom here. We're gonna position that out to 0. Choose Arcade Classic, and we're gonna size it up. Now we have our button, which will say play again or retry, whatever you prefer. And we're actually gonna make our buttons normal color. Well, it's gonna be white, like the usual. But we want to make the normal color down here be the same color as this, and the highlighted color to be the same color as that, but just slightly darker. So bring it down, darker area. There we go. And the press color can be this, but even more dark. So now when we're on our screen here, if we go over play again, we get like a really cool effect. That. Which will then just reload our scene basically. The menu, the good, let's actually make our canvas be a prefab. Here we go. Our canvas is a prefab, and now our menu is within that, and we can adjust it. Now by default, it's going to be down here. However, when you die, we're going to want it to move up to the center of the screen. If you're wondering how we can do that, we'll do it with animation. So within our menu, or within our canvas actually, we're going to create a new animation and call it died, I guess. We're going to call it idle, which is just the default animation for it. There's already an idle here, we're going to call it menu idle. There we go, and nothing's going to happen here. But now we're going to create a new clip, and we're going to call it death. And when you die, we want the menu to pop up to the middle of the screen. So at that mark, we want this to be 0. And we're not actually getting anything because we forgot to press this button down here. So scroll it up, set that to 0. Now we get the thing moving up. Now if you want it to look really good, go to your curves. Actually, first select both points and right-click to free smooth. Now go to your curves, make this one flat, and make this one flat. My bad, I actually mean to make this one up a little bit, just so it's on line with it, like that. We're gonna get a really cool effect when we actually die. Let's go to our menu here, and death is going to be called when the trigger death is called. Death, we call that trigger. That will move our menu up. Cool. Now within our player over here, our fly, we want to make it so he can call that animator. So we have another animator called menu. Our menu animator is equal to GameObject.find, and we're going to look for our canvas, which is an object. And we're now going to get the component animator from it. There you go. So we found our menu animator, and now when we die, we're going to call menu.setTrigger death. And the end result will be our menu sliding up when we die. So we die, our menu just pops up. The reason why it's not staying there is because we don't have anywhere to go after. So we have to go to our point here. We're going to copy that with Control-C, create a new one, call it like final. Save that to your animations. Paste that into the 0, mark. Go to our animator, then make our death go to our final. Now when we die, we get our play again, and we can press play again, and that will work. Now we just need to make it so at the start of each time the fly is in, we need a void start here. We're going to reset our score. So void start. We're going to make our score reset by calling our menu dot, no, what am I saying? Player press dot set in score. score to 0. Not 9, 0. And that will reset our score every time we play the level. So get in, score is set to 0, our high score is 0. And now on death, down here we want to say if our player prefs dot get int score is greater than our player prefs dot get int high score, then our player prefs dot set int high score to our player prefs dot get int score. So basically, if our score is greater than our high score, then we're setting our high score to our score. That's all that does. So we get in, we play the game, we get through a pipe, get up there, there we go, we get through a pipe, we die. Oh, every time we hit something, it's calling that death trigger. That's not good. But there's a fix for that, actually. Pretty simple fix. We just need to make it so our where is it? Our animator for our canvas, instead of any state, we're just going to make it go from menu idle, so it can only happen once. So just set that for menu idle to death. Get rid of our exit time. So right when you die, it just goes right into it. And now when we die, oh yeah, our high score from the last one actually carried over. So our new high score is 2. And we have a working game. We just need to make it so when we play again, it just reloads the scene. So to do that, we're going to need a new empty. Control-Shift-N. We're going to call it button functions. Add a new component. I'm going to call it BF because I'm lazy. I want to try and shorten this video because I could finish this game in one more video. So public void, we're going to call it reload. Now we're using Unity engine dot scene management, and reload is just going to say our scene manager dot load scene, and it's just going to reload the active scene. So scene manager scene manager dot get active scene dot build index. There you go. That will load our current scene that we're in, reload it. And we need our public void quit like we always have, which will be application dot quit, which isn't an option for some reason. I know it exists. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's kind of weird. But there it is. Now it shows up. Whatever. So under our play again button, we're gonna put very subtle quit button. Actually, they are overlapping. I do not like. So I guess we could put our quit button anywhere we want. I could put it in the bottom right corner if I wanted to. That's what I'm gonna do. Go to our menu, just Control-C that, paste it into our canvas. Find where it is now. Here it is. So we have our little quit button. We're gonna put it down here. So for our quit button, we're going to make the normal color have no alpha, but when you highlight over it, get a nice white to it, and when you press it, you'll get a darker color. So when we're in game, there's like a quit button down there, and you can just go over it and quit the game. I'm going to put it a little bit more like that. Doesn't quite look centered, but whatever. It's just a little quit button in the corner. Okay, so if we play our game now, we could play. If we die, press play again. And we actually forgot to go to our build settings here. You go to your build settings and drag in your game. You can really do this all with one scene, honestly. It's simple enough. Press play again, and it should reload the scene that you're on. But I forgot to put the button functions in. Right, we're not done yet. So take that button functions thing we made, drag that to our prefabs, delete it. Now we have our button functions down here. We can click on the button, scroll down, press the plus, drag the button functions onto it, go to our functions and choose reload. And now for our quit, we're going to do the same thing. Drag button functions on, go down to BF, and choose quit. That is it. That is a Flappy Bird-like game in almost no time at all. So you press space, you jump, make your way through these pipes. When you die, you get your score, your high score, you press play again, and then you play again, and you can just quit when you're done. Looks very nice. You can make it as fast as you want. It feels pretty slow right now. All up to you. And we have our little live counter in the top left corner. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you're in my club, I look forward to seeing your Flappy Bird-like game. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Let's see how far I can get. I can probably get really far, honestly. It's pretty easy. I made it pretty slow. Oh, that's probably the widest gap you can clear right there. It's getting pretty intense. Oh, 21. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching. Check out some more tutorials. I have one on making a platformer. I have one making like an Invaders-like game. More to come. Just check it out. So, see ya.